Hello everyone, my name is Mr. Cho and I teach AP Calculus and we're going to solve a couple problems together. So here we go. So here's question number 1. So we have a table of values here and the question reads, a water tank contains 30 liters at time t equals 5 hours. Water is being pumped into the tank at a rate r of t, where r of t is measured in liters per hour and t is measured in hours. Selected values of r and t are given in the table above. Using a right Riemann sum with 3 subintervals and data from the table, what is the approximation of liters of water that are in the tank at time t equals 6 hours? Okay, so let's take a look at the question further. Okay, so every time we have a Riemann sum question, I usually suggest my students to actually just make a chart, right? It doesn't have to be anything fancy, just enough to draw the rectangles and find the sum of the rectangles, right? So t, first value is 5, and then 8, 12, and 16. And at 5, we have, let's say, 5, 10, and 15. At 5, the water is being pumped at 12 liters per hour. At 8, 10. At 12, 8. And at 16, 5. So let's at least write the values up here. 12, 10, 8, and 5. Now what is right Riemann sum? Right Riemann sum means that the top right corner of the rectangles needs to be touching the points. So let's draw the rectangles where the upper right corner of the rectangles are touching the points. So here are the 3 rectangles, and we have to find the sum of the area of the 3 rectangles. So the area of the rectangles will be, again, width times height. The first rectangle here, width is 3, with the height of 10, plus the second one, the width is 4, and the height is 8. Now the third one, the width is 4, with the height of 5. So let's multiply them all and then add them all together. We got 30 plus 32 plus 20, and that gives us the sum of 82. Now, if you take a look, we actually do have an 82 as one of the answer choices, but they are tricky with us, and they're trying to trick us. And in the beginning, they did tell us at t equals 5 hours, there was already 30 liters of water in the tank. 82 liters that we got here is how much water was pumped into the tank from 5 to 16 hours. So we have to add 82 plus the initial amount of water that was already in the tank plus 30. So our answer will be 112. So the answer is actually C. All right, on to question number 2. Let's read it. It says, if f prime of x equals, we have x minus 3 to the 4th power times x squared minus 8 all over 16. They also give us that g of x is equal to f of x squared minus 5. And we have to find g prime of 3. Now, since we have to find the derivative of g and then we have to plug in 3, let's find the derivative of g first. Here we have g, they told us is f of x squared minus 5. Now we have a function x squared minus 5 inside another function f. When we take a derivative of a composite function like this, remember we have to use chain rule. Okay? Now what is chain rule? Well, we take the derivative of the outside function first, f prime of x squared minus 5. By the chain rule, we have to multiply the derivative of the inside function. And the derivative of x squared minus 5 will give us 2x. So that is our g prime of x. Now let's plug in the 3 to find g prime of 3. That will give us f prime of 9 minus 5 times 2 times 3, which will be f prime of 4 times 6. Now the question is, what is f prime of 4? Well, they did give us in the beginning what f prime of x is. So all we have to do is just plug in 4 into the x here. So this will give us, let's plug in the 4, then we will get 1 to the 4th power times 4 squared will give us 16 minus 8 and all over 16. 1 times is just 1. 16 minus 8 will give us 8 over 16, which will be 1/2. Now, f prime of 4 is 1/2, so our final answer will be 1/2 times 6, giving us 3 as our final answer. So the answer is D. Good job, everyone.